Ladies and gentlemen, this is Game 3 for both teams looking to secure the lead in this best of 7. Homeboys Blackstreet Esports on the blue side taking on Blacklist International. Let's get it going.
Now,
Thank you so much, Sagi. As we get into this one, of course, game number 3, right? It's not the end of the world, but I think for both of these squads, having that upward advantage, having that game lead would be huge going into, of course, game number 4 and beyond.
And see all of those units, see all of those jam parties just pushing into the mid lane. Ladies and gentlemen, this is now a best of 5. Blacklist International, they brought their A game. Putting HBSE into this situation where we saw that okay, they're glowing towards the opportunity to at least have the advantage, but homeboys now this is so interesting because Blacklist International for me they kind of lack the wave control, the wave clear up against this Milady, so it's gonna be pretty difficult in the late game, I should say.
It's not gonna be easy, and I'm wondering if you actually want to do like a bit of a lane swap. Maybe Golden Kite will just follow around with the Jihong. You might have a better chance with that Resplendent Revolver.
Yes, sir. But then again, they prove it time and time again that the Milady counters the Mai Shenui. They have a lot of dashes onto the Lamb. Let's see, can Blacklist International exploit that situation? Also, the yin yang joke of for you, the Luna and of course Chami Wan's
Dharma. Oh, they have a little bit of stun on the dragon, but I mean, Chami Wan is just like he's an absolute god on his Dharmas,
yes,
right?
Sir.
But Musang King is no small feat in terms of this Luna. He is very good as well. So it really comes back to when those team fights happen, how much control is Blacklist gonna have on top of the Musang King?
And what I like about Chami Wan is his targeting skill is just impeccable. It's just really strong. Especially the main target here for sure is going to be Zhihong on this Milady. Just get rid of that mid laner and we're good, I should say. Then again, you don't want to give Musang King this opportunity to dash in, dash out. That's what, because
have
the
that
stun.
control with that Ruined, and then Guyu's gonna go down for first blood, going the way of Dragon.
And there are your stuns. I was just about to say it because there's gonna be more stuns for Blacklist International. You have an outburst, Dharma ultimate also. Mai Shenui, if ever it lands, you can actually put a knock-up on it. And Blacklist International, again, getting the first blood.
Yeah, and actually huge for them. But they do have a lot of heroes that have stuns. They're not the easiest to hit, especially when Musang King is flying left and right. Yeah. But you have that potential. If you're able to hit it, it'll really set things up here. But now they're doing a little bit of damage on the Jeh, who's going to be very tanky and just walking away.
Man, Blacklist International, I should say, also have the extra smite onto Chaz. So every time there's an objective being done here, you can definitely go for an invade, use the outburst, and then stun the classic Zhang combination. So Blacklist International really not backing off towards the aura that Homeboys has.
Yeah, but now here comes Joshi, maybe looking to help out with Guyi, who actually dashes forward. But another thing that we haven't talked too much about is Joshi. He's actually very good on the Lam himself.
Yeah, he can definitely put in the signatures onto those blades for sure. But now Homeboys, they're playing their game. It's a slow game once again for Homeboys, and you don't want to give VV that slow game, especially the Derenji. Now almost with of course the Spark Forge, and there you go. There's a Spark Forge, 3 minutes 55 seconds. I can therefore say, as a farm laner as well, you want a Marco Polo up against a Derenji because the Derenji can just pop the ultimate and cancel out the barrage.
Yeah, and 3 members up top here with HBSE, and they take a quick tower. Jihong's there with those Mecha Bots as well. But Blacklist International counter move, they're going to take the Tyrant with all that space.
They're not backing off. Blacklist International, they're fighting the Aura game, they're fighting the Sight game. Homeboys exchanging that Overlord for the Tyrant. So both of the teams quite similar, right? Quite similar in terms of how to play the Assassin game. The Luna and the Lamb, quite the same.
Yeah, quite the same, but a slight net worth lead in favor of Blacklist International. I mean, that kind of definitely gives them a bit of an edge on this one.
Yeah, I think the only difference in the lineup is, again, the Milady, which is a backline type siege hero compared to a tempo-based Mai Shenui, which is actually quite interesting because again, Blacklist International, this is their hero when they went up against Boom Esports in the ultimate battle. They
Oh,
went
the
for
umbrella
the
outburst
milady.
onto one. He's going to use a lethal immunity, but the Ruinjin is
There you
on
go.
point. They find VV, and Golden Kite with a Fever Barrage is on cleanup duty.
Code 1 happened once again. Flash is in, together with the extra stunts. Blacklist International taking the lead. No trade there for the side of Home Boys. Blacklist on a roll.
I'm definitely on a roll. That ambush was on point. The way that they were in sync with one another, just like right when they were on that point, they just completely cleaned house.
And we talked about it, like Blacklist International, they want to go rodeo, right? Every time there's a Zhangfei ultimate, every time there's a Dharma
VV
ultimate.
walks into this with the truth and the resplendent revolver, and Golden Kite, thank you, Jamie, for that setup.
Code 1. And the agents are going wild. 4-0, no trade once again. Chami 1 on this Starmite. It's looking like the joke that you said. Blacklist International 2K gold lead, but then again we're in the same situation, just like game number 1 and game number 2, where Blacklist International is leading and there's a
The
comeback.
Ruinjin, they get the pushback, the umbrella outburst. They find Ji-Hong in a bad spot. They get that big Jay is so low. He's gonna limp away with that flash, and now they get Guyu instead. They take the mid T1.
Wild the movements from Blacklist.
Musa King.
Okay.
Oh, he's got the pull,
no.
but he's in a bad spot. He wants to go for that Azor. He's
my
actually
God.
fighting 1 versus 4.
Oh my God.
Musa King, are you kidding me? He's trying to fight this one. Now they have 5 members.
Oh
He
my
fights
God.
Golden Kite, and Musa King is still there all by himself. The rest of Blacklist International are like, this man crazy, or is he dangerous? What's going on?
Oh
And
my
he double
God.
dashes away. He tries to dodge this one, and he gets on out.
Mosang King with the highlight plays. Call me the danger. Mosang King, just like Allen Iverson with the moves and the layup.
I mean,
How long was that?
I don't
fight?
even know, but the funny thing is Blacklist is like, all right, hey guys, I don't want to fight with this guy. He's crazy.
And all of the stunts are on cooldown, by the way. Like in Mosang King, okay, there's no outburst, there's no stun. Okay, I can just dash in, dash out.
They find everything, and now Zhe is looking for the play. He's not able to go. He's been pushed back under the tower, and they find Dragon. Zhe is a little bit low. They have the force field suppression onto Guyi.
Oh
The
my
bottom
God.
T2 is now under siege by HBSE.
Mosang King buying time for his teammates right after that action dashing moment.
Yeah. I mean, Zhe with this Lapu Lapu,
Yeah.
the Island's Blessing, that charge range is so crazy, is so far.
It's crazy, yeah. And of course, you can set up everything with that. And just like that, Mosang King once again being the again, there is the reason why he's the star player of Homeboys, putting on a show for us here in the Philippines.
I mean,
And with that movement, it created a lot of space for Homeboys to get the siege into the bottom side, to get the push into the bottom side, and now evening up the gold.
yeah. I mean, it was crazy because the rest of HBSE were in a bad spot, but they get the Storm Strike, the Umbrella Outburst onto 2, just used defensively.
Oh, no.
Chaz probably has a Stampede over the wall, and he does. HBSE still on the prowl, finding Chami 1, who you with that force field suppression.
And this is now looking good for Homeboys because of that space. Because now you have the Derenji damage. You also have the Splendor on Zihong, so it's gonna be awkward for you to target that Milady every time Just G enters. And plus, he has the flash as well. Now, with Homeboys with the items in hand, they will definitely go neck and neck, toe-to-toe, up against Blacklist International. Every time Blacklist International forces or tries a team fight, Homeboys can definitely do it.
And now it looks like he's going to dash over the wall. They have the Fisher that's going to be used as well.
no.
They find Dragon in a bad spot. They get that pick. HBSE J with this Lapu Lapu do some serious work. And now the back line, they need to be a bit careful, but Joshi gets the pick onto VV, finding him out. That's a double in the sense of Jay going down, but Guyu is here.
Okay.
The Unbridled Offers keeping him alive. Musa King is now shown up. The rest of Blacklist
no.
International don't want any piece of that. Chami 1 is somehow shielded.
Wow.
He's going to be on back. Golden Kite now gets storm struck into the face, and now Guyu doing some work. Golden Kite with a roaming gun. He's going to be back on out. Joshi's there. He gets the death blow from below, but he's going to continue to fight under the tower. He gets picked off as well. And now with Chami 1 re-showed up, finding Musa King, getting the double.
It's an even ball game for both of these squads. A lot of confusing skirmishes right there, a lot of risky plays. I already thought that it was the Mosang King's opportunity to get all of them, but Chami 1 saving up the truth mantra back in the top lane. It's not seen in this instant replay, but he regen up. He went to the mid lane. I really thought it was Mosang's King's game. He can definitely sweep everything out, but a fresh Chami one came in. A fresh challenger came in, kills the Luna, and we are dead even.
Dead even indeed. I mean, but the kills are 10-4, roger that, but the Tyrant is going to be looking to take it off. Who's going to take this one? And Golden Kites gets the pick. Justy was chasing after Vivi. Vivi actually flashes forward, wants to go for Justy. There's no sort of catch for HBSE.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a show, a AAA show. Everything is, it's a massacre coming in for both of the squads. Homeboys now transitioning into the Overlord, getting the trade, and now trying something into this jungle side of Blacklist International. Blacklist International are now reacting. It's a matter of who reacts first.
Yeah, I mean, it's so close right now. I mean, the counter movements that you're seeing, Justy is using the space. The Shadow Vanguard is there to just kind of block that one out completely in the bottom lane.
Let's see, Justy, look at the positioning, Justy.
Justy down from below, pulls him back, Jiyoung goes golden. The Raging Sea has been used, Jade, not really too much of in terms of a catch. HBSE not able to find anything else.
No Splendor for Zihong. We've talked about it, that Splendor bait. The Homeboys now protecting VB. It's VB or nothing. And Mosang King will just clean everyone out.
Oh, they're going for the flank. Dragon gets the Ruined, finding VB. He's in a bad spot. He gets chased. The Umbrella Burst is now going to be used. They've got the Stampede. They take down Mosang King as well. Blacklist International on the hunt. They want to go for Jiyoung. Justy's there. Gets the pick off on a Jiyoung as well. That's a double.
Great punish from Dragon, landing the knockoff. Blacklist International finding the opening that they want. BB underestimating his position right there. Blacklist on a roll.
On a roll. They're doing it. They're getting themselves a great opportunity in. Now they need to turn those kills into objectives, though.
Look, we talked about how hard it is for the Maishiran to win this game because of the Milady.
They find Guyu. They push it back for the death from below. And Guyu just wants to get over the wall. He flashes. He will be fine. He's taking enough. Now he's got the Storm Strike. They're looking to turn. Che goes in for the rival. Raging Sea does get the stun, but now HBSE have to retreat.
Blacklist International just wrecking havoc after havoc in this game. Again, we've talked about how the Maishiran will have a bad time up against the Milady, but if you procced your skills onto that Direnji, it's gonna be awkward for the Direnji to pop the second skill. Also, great find there from Dragon. That is an unusual sight to see. 4-13, Blacklist International in the lead, but still, it is a game that is a stalemate for me.
Yeah, it's definitely a stalemate. And the thing is that we haven't seen too much value from the Jiyoung Milady right now. I mean, because they're losing at this point, and now you're kind of in an awkward position where you're like, hey, is this the right pick into this game?
I think they want to dominate the early stages of the game because of the Milady units. But unfortunately, Blacklist International, they're not forcing anything on that Milady. Instead, they are targeting different heroes. And with this, Blacklist International, they're leading by the kills, and they're not stopping.
Not stopping indeed. They're going to take the mid T2, top lane, a little bit of action. They find Mosang King, who has Sage's Danger, something to take note of.
The buy and sell factor is going to be a huge, a crucial system here for all of the teams, like buying a Sanctuary and everything, buying, of course, a Splendor and everything. 4-13, we're now coming into a 14-minute mark, 35 seconds onto the next Overlord. Blacklist International will save this. They will probably bait a Tyrant out. Maybe we can see a final showdown, an ultimate showdown here.
Yeah, and Golden Kite here finding Jay. The Umbrella Outburst actually finds VV, who actually flashes on back. He's going to get back to safety. Dragon tried to go in with the Storm Strike on top of him. Dragon with a double dash. He's going to be fine. Chami 1 gets back as well. Now Blacklist International, they don't have Joshi in this fight.
Joshi with a great position. Homeboys, they're not really forcing anything because they know that the Lamb is missing. They don't know the location. Blacklist International will give away the Tyrant, like what we've said. They were trying to bait it out, but unfortunately they failed. Now turning on to the Overlord. Homeboy still in this game though.
Yeah, and actually they're looking more for the Overlord. They want that push more than anything else. I mean, to put the pressure on HBSE, they'll take the damage on this one with the Shadow Tyrant, but in the end, I think the Overlord right now is probably a bigger strategic value.
And there's your counter there's your counter on VV, now having the Succubus Cloak to at least weigh down the damage from Dragon, because he knows, okay, I got picked off. That was my fault, my bad. Then again, BB will now be more confident with the extra magic sustain that he has on the Succubus Cloak. Let's see what's gonna happen. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes to the Tempest Dragon.
Joshi, he almost got spotted out by Musang King. He's gonna be on back on this one, understanding that the next big piece, it's all about getting that pick off here.
Yes, sir. Both assassins trying to eye each other. Do you go one-on-one with the Great One? That's the question. 3,000 gold lead for Blacklist International. One team fight can be the difference maker of this game. I think what I like about Blacklist International is they have the Marco Polo poke, right?
Oh, Joshi. Oh, I thought he was gonna go, but he finds Jihong. Not able to get really too much on that one. HBSE still on the prowl.
No.
Musang King not playing scared ever.
Okay, TiMi won. Baiting out some mantras right there. Again, a Golden Kite just poking with the first kill. Poking with the revolver. And it hurts. You don't want to get all of those bullets coming out from the Marco Polo. You don't want to catch it all. 413. Homeboys, they need to respect it. Homeboys, being honest with their defense. Waiting for this dragon in the bottom side. They have the milady. They have the units. Blacklist International have all the stuns in the world. How can Blacklist International enter this vicinity? That's a hard problem to solve.
Hard one indeed. I mean, Joshi's in the bottom lane with that Shadow Vanguard, and Musang King has to show up to deal with that. But space created. Now you have a bit of an advantage in the top lane here.
I think their main problem is Just Chi also. Just Chi is just too slippery of a hero to catch.
Yeah, too slippery, too difficult at this point. Minion waves are still there, but it looks like HBSE are going to hold at least for now.
Okay, and they will relax. Homeboys, BSE will force Blacklist International to come out. They will just defend, get the red buff. I do feel that the 3 minutes, the Tempest Dragon, for that showdown, it's coming.
Yeah, it's definitely coming. I mean, Joshi and Musang King both with the save, but they get the proof. He's not able to get hit around, but Musang King takes so much damage, and Joshi gets the pick.
Not this time, Musang King! You ain't going nowhere!
I mean, you knew something was gonna happen because TiMi was slowly prowling. He was gonna make his way there, and they caught Musang King out. They turned it into a bottom T3.
They need to use the last 20 seconds. 20 seconds for the count. Musang King is out. What can Blacklist International do this time? Are they gonna wait for the Overlord? Are they gonna push? Homeboys trying to defend.
Yeah, put a little bit of pressure on right now. That top T3 is looking very juicy and open. Guye's there, but Blacklist International don't really want to commit. They're gonna just calm down because they know that Musang King is on the respawn.
Great defense coming out from Homeboys. BSE. Blacklist International will just trade this for the Tyrant. Is this a bait though?
Oh, TiMi
Is this
spotting
a
it out. Guye's there. He might go for the Storm Strike onto him, but it's TiMi who formlesses, double dashes on out with that Enlightenment. Joshi's still on the top. Chaz is looking for that angle. Tyrant is still being worked on.
You can't see Just Chi in the map though. Just Chi, okay. This is the Tyrant dance, ladies and gentlemen. Will Blacklist International turn? No, they won't.
Easy take, well played by Blacklist. And they were completely just like out and about. So HBSE realized that if they commit for that, they would get flanked.
Both of the teams keeping their composure as Homeboys trying to find the perfect hole, the perfect opportunity to enter. But again, the difference is the killer type My Shiranui. And that's what you get with Milady late game, right? It's kind of like a one-dimensional hero already.
Yeah.
You just pop all of the units.
Yeah.
As the Blacklist will also get the Overlord with the Primal Bond.
Yeah, how many big neutrals do we want? Yes, we'll take everything at this point. I mean, now with the Vanguard here, and look, we're 1 minute away from the Tempest Dragon.
It's time for the Tempest Dragon. And again, Blacklist International being disciplined, the Filipino discipline, which is, I should say, you don't see every day. It's now happening for Blacklist International.
I'm not going to respond on that because that might get canceled. But now the mid T3 is under siege. They need to be a little bit careful. Guyu's there with that force field suppression. He's just trying to deal with the minion wave. It's going to be a little tough for this one to crack into here.
Really
but now they turn this on to they fight Chaz. The Umbrella Uppers used at the last second. He gets on back. The Stampede, he's being chased around. But Musang King gets the pick on a Chaz. And now Guyu, he's going to be there. But the base is going to be taken out. And Joshi with the backdoor play.
Just Chi with the